This is he.
Raymond, why don't you pass the time by playing a little solitaire?
Our secret organization's contact with the CIA regarding BCCI began in March 1991, when the hackers learned from an organization source that the CIA had prepared a report concerning BCCI's criminality, which was made available to Customs in late 1988.
Yes, sir.
Can you see the Red Queen?
Yes, sir.
Good. 1 week from next Saturday, you will be called for at 11:10 a.m. and taken to the Timothy Swarden Sanitarium, 84 East 61st Street. We want you there for a checkup. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
You may put the cards away now. Goodbye, Raymond.
Cleared, the hackers contacted the CIA's Congressional Liaison Office to request a copy of the document.
And since you've asked to be placed under arrest too, I'll accept your condition.
The hackers were told that no such document had ever existed.
And I want you to arrest him, and me, before I tell you anything more.
Perplexed, the hackers contacted its source to determine whether he was certain that the material had been provided.
When Theodore Shackley was promoted to Director of CIA Western Hemisphere Operations, he supervised the plans to overthrow the democratically elected president of Chile, Salvador Allende. Allende, a socialist, had promised to nationalize the copper mines and other industries and posed a threat to U.S. business interests in Chile. After a bloody coup, Allende was replaced by a right-wing military dictator, Augusto Pinochet, whose security forces brutally murdered and tortured thousands of political dissidents. Shackley moved on, returning to Southeast Asia.
By that time, the writing was on the wall. The United States was going to be pushed out of Southeast Asia. It was clear that the Viet Cong were going to prevail under Ho Chi Minh. And so what these men began to do, they began to pilfer hundreds of tons of ammunition and military equipment out of Vietnam. They began to construct a covert war capacity that was unknown to the United States Congress, that didn't require supervision by the president, but would pursue the mission that they viewed as their ultimate mission. And that is to attempt to vanquish any people who didn't support the United States foreign policy.
Referred the hackers to former Customs Commissioner William von Raab, who confirmed the existence of the document.
This is a weird request.
The hackers contacted the CIA a second time and informed the agency that a senior Reagan administration official had viewed the document.
It's a weird situation.
Stockholm, 1980. Who was declared dead and still lives with a parliamentary committee planning to propose him for the next prize. Stockholm is gathering documents to prove that information from 4 sources asserting that camps are located in most inaccessible regions where those who are declared missing or dead are in relatively good health and constantly unable to get out to the world. Budapest, 1944. A train waited in the small station. Its destination and cargo, the final solution, 200,000, had already gone through the officer about to give the signal to begin its voyage to the end of the world. A young man stopped and explained that documents show that the destined were under the protection of their status and that they'd be freed.
And I want you to arrest him, and me, before I tell you anything more.
Normally conditioned Americans, been trained to kill, then to have no memory of having killed.
This is a weird request.
Without memory of this deed, we cannot possibly feel guilt.
It's a weird situation.
Nobody, of course, have any reason to fear being caught.
And if I refuse it?
He threatened to intervene. Higher authorities hesitated. Relations allowed the army its way and had given aid to a number on the train, showing passports offered them protection. In a few minutes, the heads spared the solution to save as many as possible in a short time. Family ties, real and most often imaginary, lined in legation to get past the Holocaust.
You are being indoctrinated.
Having been relieved of those uniquely American symptoms, guilt and fear.
January 1945. His mission ended, he went to meet his liberators as a guest. As a prisoner, Moscow, 1947, who at the time declared no knowledge, later offered another version. The Time deputy admitted knowledge of a heart attack prison, a certificate of death effect file destroyed by most assassins since the story did not stop. Several survivors, particularly those who got out, said that they had met at one time or another to clear up the mystery made by governments, succeeding in these circumstances.
You are in possession of information. You are corruptible.
1982. The award effect would double the entire significance of man's struggle against his punishment and the number. The other course is restricted to the prize. This gesture would serve to shake the men unable to understand that men who are ready to risk their lives never admitted they were arrested. When they announced he had died in prisons, the reasons they have given go from suspicion to arrange a separate peace smuggling participation to an international cosmopolitan plot. He who saves one life saves the...
There exists in operation now a secret team of some 24 men, former Central Intelligence Agency covert operatives, former U.S. Pentagon arms suppliers, who have joined together in a private enterprise outside of the control of the American government, either the Congress or the President, who are mounting their personal wars around the world.
You are being manipulated.
Each of these systems has some data to contribute to the total volume of data collected by an enterprise. An enterprise, taken on a global level, estimates indicate that the amount of data residing in electronic storage doubles every 20 months.
Raymond, I love you. Discard, abolish, never apologize, never explain. Discard, abolish, never apologize, never explain. Discard, abolish, never apologize, never explain. Discard, abolish.